Rawmen is a brand new arena shooter that kind of feels like Splatoon meets a food fight. It released in open beta just a few days ago, and yet no one's really talking about it. Is it dead on arrival, or is it bound to catch success eventually? Let's talk about it. Now, I've been following this game for a few years now, ever since they released the trailer for it and showed it off to the whole world, or like 25,000 people or something. The YouTube count never got that high. But I thought it looked like it had great potential. To me, it looked like Splatoon, but on PC, which is something I've always kind of wanted. I'm in that weird camp where I'd prefer if more developers ripped off Nintendo games, because Nintendo refuses to move from the system, unless it's on your phone, and that's whatever, that's a whole other can of worms. So when I saw it was going into open beta, finally, I was incredibly excited. I rounded up all the boys, the gang, we decided we have to throw down. They didn't even really know what it was. I clicked on Rawmen, where's the gay porn? I tried to mount the homeboy, now we're talking. I got you, damn it! Hopefully I'm still invisible. I was trying to read the comment about gay porn. It's a 4v4 arena shooter with a few modes. There's the meatball mode, there's the clam showdown, and the deathmatch mode. All of which are pretty simple. The game is built more around the mechanics than it is what you're doing, the OBJs. The mechanics are pretty similar to Splatoon in the fact that you have to go into a defensive mode to heal and then come back out to attack by throwing soup at people. At least it's supposed to be soup. Sometimes it looks like piss and sometimes it looks like water. Let's be real.
Why do we have water now? What happened to the piss?
Yeah, what the fuck? Harry.
Some parent complained, dude. Sorry, we had to take it off.
There wasn't even an update. That's crazy. They were ready for it. But it doesn't have that more arcadey feel where you get to paint the entire battlefield. That's one of the more fun things about Splatoon. You could be bad at shooters and still be good at Splatoon because you can help do the objective without having to kill yourself over and over again. The standout mode is the meatball mode. It's an escort mode where you have to move the meatball into a point, and then the point keeps rotating. It spawns to a different area every like 30 or 40 seconds, or until someone scores in it. It looks like Splatoon on the outside, but like I said, it's not. It's really its own thing, which is impressive and enjoyable. But I think it needs more game modes. I think that's something they should focus on, because the 3 game modes you get right now, they can get a little boring after a while, mostly because the game feels a little too easy. But before I get into that, I do want to mention it would be nice to pick which game modes I queue for. I would rather play the meatball mode than the clam one or the deathmatch. The deathmatch one is really boring, and the deathmatch one throws in these maps that are super small and condensed, and they feel more like a 1v1 or a 2v2 match, but it's with 4 people. It's not my thing. I'm not a big fan of those. But like I was saying, the game feels a little too easy. It's got built-in aim assist, even on mouse and keyboard. I don't think this game is released anywhere but Epic Games, so you're gonna be going up against a lot of mouse and keyboard users, and having that extra little assist there makes it feel really easy to get the hang of things, and it also makes it feel like the skill ceiling is very, very low. I don't know if you're like me, but I like to kind of get better over time and feel like I'm working towards something, so having that aim assist does kind of hurt that for me. If there was a competitive mode that turned that off, I think I would actually prefer the game a bit. There's some ways to work around that, like make the soup do more damage from your primary weapon, or make it so you can't heal when you go into cover, and instead you need your partners to heal with the suck gun, because they have to give you a good sucking in order to heal you with that, or to damage people with it. That's the thing. Everyone starts with the same primary, but you can pick up weapons all over the map, kind of like Halo back in the day. But the easiness to the game kind of rubs me the wrong way. I don't know, I like a challenge. Like 8 or 9 months ago, I decided to try Farlight 84 on Steam. It was fun, but I noticed we were steamrolling every single lobby. We played it for about a week, and we enjoyed our time to some extent, and then I looked at the leaderboards, and I was like top 10 or top 20 in the world after a week. I mean, to me, that feels fake and not rewarding. I don't know why. I don't want it just handed to me. I want it to feel like an accomplishment. Speaking of which, this game has the weirdest leaderboards I've ever seen. It just shows 3 dudes. Now, it's early access, and I'm gonna say this a few times probably, because I always do. They get a pass. They're gonna add more things onto it over time. This is not the full release. This is an open beta. It doesn't seem like it's going anywhere, but there is a lot of things that need to be added and a lot of quality of life features that should be coming eventually. Like, what does this leaderboard even mean? It just shows 3 dudes. Do they have the most kills, the most wins, the most time spent in the game? I don't know what they've done to deserve this leaderboard. And you might be asking, how does he have any idea that this game might be dead on arrival? Well, for one, it did reach pretty good numbers the morning it came out. I would say like 8,000 people on Twitch watching, but now it gets like 200 during primetime hours, and it's only been a few days. I know what you want to say. It's Twitch. It doesn't matter to captures the population of the game, but it kind of does. That's interest from the viewers, interest from the players. People don't care to watch content around the game at the moment, which tells me people don't care too much about the game. But it may have a nice, comfy little population for now. But we clapped the cheeks of somebody on the top 3 of the leaderboard. I'm not sure if that was dumb luck or if we're so good that the skill-based matchmaking put us into their lobby, but we destroyed them. It wasn't even a problem. We win every single match. And I'm not trying to boast. It doesn't feel right. It almost makes you wonder if there are bots in the game. It's hard to confirm that, but this is Epic Games. They don't shy away from throwing bots in their games. I mean, look at Fortnite. And some of these names are kind of screaming bot to me, like Tasty Milkshake or Savory Meat Mountain. Like, these look like food-related names in a food-related game that would be the bots. I'd love some confirmation on that, but I'll never really know. For now, I can tell you if you go in a 3 or 4 stack, you're pretty much guaranteed to roll every lobby once you get the hang of the game. But it's not like that gameplay is very complicated. Like I said, there's built-in aim assist, and all you really have to learn is to keep your primary fire held down, try to heal when possible, and before every engagement, always get your primary fire out because you get a stun, and then you could basically 2-tap them and you're done. Or just learn what weapons are the best. The shotgun is easily my favorite. It 2-taps everybody, and it's impossible to miss with. The sucker's great because you can heal and damage, and then you got stuff like the giant cheese ball that throws down a nuke, so that's really good for OBJ modes. It's not a very complicated system, and before we go any further, I do want to mention that the game is fun. I do find it fun. I just think it's lacking a lot of key features to make it have a long and healthy lifetime. Really, the only thing that's keeping you there is the progression system through the battle pass, which is alright. I mean, every game has a battle pass. I'm kind of tired of seeing them. Quick thought is maybe you could do a mode where everybody gets a loadout, you could pick the weapons. I know it's against the spirit of the arena shooter style that you've made, but I think I would like that because I could use my shotgun up against somebody who uses their preferred weapon, and maybe you can unlock different stuff. I don't know. They need to do something. Just like I need to gas them up a little bit more. I think the art style here is pretty awesome. It reminds me mostly of Fall Guys in the way that they've done the costume designs. It just plops it onto your naked dude, and it looks pretty good. It's, again, another Epic Games game. Although I think Fall Guys started on Steam, didn't it? Yeah, I believe it did. But no, the design of the game and even the levels all look great. It's a fun cartoonish style that doesn't necessarily get old. Probably the most standout feature that I don't think I've seen anywhere else, but I'm sure someone will tell me it has been somewhere else. You always do, and that's great. I love learning things. Is the split or brawl feature at the end of the match. This could make or break your relationship with randoms or even your friends. Basically, you get to choose between splitting the experience with everybody or brawling in a free-for-all to see who gets all of the XP for themselves. I really like that system. It makes for some funny moments and intense fights because you're playing against people that are good. You're playing with your homeboys.
Yeah, which is pretty good for the game with how fast-paced it is.
Fucking dumb,
How do I emote? How do I fucking teabag Scar's face, bro? Like I said, it always kind of reminds everybody of Splatoon when they first see it, but the game itself is very unique in the way that it plays. I just want to mention that. It's a unique experience, and I'm glad TinyBuild has shared it with the world. I only really want success for the game. I hope this hasn't come across as negative so far. You want the bad news or the badder news? Bad news it is. The lag after every match is weird and just kind of annoying. Also, if you tab out of the game before you get to the split or brawl, you'll be so behind from delay that you don't get to vote in the split or brawl, so don't ever tab out of this game. If that was confusing you, that's why that's happening. Stop doing that. And with it being an early access game, the biggest concern right now is the bugs. Most games, bugs aren't that big of a deal. They're funny or just kind of inconvenient. In this game, they're straight up game breaking. My first day playing, I tried to mount the homeboy, and instead of mounting the homeboy, I just went invisible, and all other players on the map could not see me. I was able to run around and just kill them without them doing anything. I was contesting the point without them being able to see me. Why am I invisible? What is this? The only reason I ever even died is because I picked up the sucker to see if it would work. It did not. I had to use the primary. It was crazy that I probably could have just stayed invisible, sniping people from the top of the map over and over and over again if I so choose to. Where is he? How's he contesting you? How's he doing it? How's he doing it? I just wish my suck would work. But that's not the worst bug I've seen. No, I saw somebody else get a different side effect from mounting the homeboy. In one match we were in, somebody tried to mount their homeboy and then the guy died. or something. I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but it basically made the other person invincible. They were unable to attack us, but they had a pulsating aura around them that would hurt us when we went near them, two-tapping you if you got too close. And this dude was just going to every point and contesting it. We did win, but it was also like, man, that's cheesy. I don't hate him for doing it. I understand why he did. He still wanted to be a part of the match. He didn't choose for the bug to happen, but it was just such a weird match and completely unenjoyable. Bugs like that are absolutely game breaking. They need to be fixed right away. The utmost urgency, whatever you have to do to get that crap out of the game, get it done, because it's ridiculous. So is the game dead on arrival? I don't think it is. I think it still has a slight chance, but they need to make some changes. They need to add a lot of content. They need to get some marketing going. I haven't seen one big content creator mention this game at all. I even searched it on YouTube and I didn't see anything but trailers for the game. No content from smaller creators or larger creators. I didn't look too long, but nobody wants to talk about Rawmen, despite it being humorous in its design, having naked dudes. They even like twerk and stuff when they win. Is that even really appealing to people, or are people like, oh no, Fortnite ruined gaming, fuck Fortnite, epic as sin, oh god. Probably. I don't know. Some people get dramatic about that. I can still appreciate a dumbass poop, fart, butt joke. Whatever. And the gameplay is unique. It does feel different from everything else. So I think it has a shot if they really put a lot of effort into this and keep building on it. Once more, I want to reiterate, if it felt like I was being overly negative on the game, I don't agree with you. I feel like I'm mostly positive on the game, but the negatives are pretty loud.
See, I feel nothing when we win.
Wait, the lobster is so cool.
But dude, I feel nothing. Like, it's just like we win.
Yeah,
How am I
no
supposed to
matter
feel?
what.
Okay, guy. And they even tried to grease my wheels a little bit. I got an email where they sent me a $50 package for the game, which included some samurai skin and $10 in gold bullion. I don't care that much. You really can't sway my opinions with packages or crap like that. I'm gonna yap and be negative and positive wherever I can until it all ends. And I hope the ending for Rawmen is years from now. I hope we see a big turnaround. I don't think anybody can ever hit that Fortnite turnaround again, or even No Man's Sky or CyberPunk 2077, but those games have proven that it's totally possible to regain momentum and get the people back on your side. Do what it takes. Make it happen. I just hope the game has a long and fruitful life and we can see it expand into something bigger and better, because we need more creativity in gaming. A lot of games feel like they're reusing ideas from other places, and it's starting to feel really lackluster. Even the stuff that I like, I wish was more creative and unique, but everything's built off templates now. It's kind of been like that for a while. So I gotta appreciate Rawmen for being unique and doing their own thing. Yeah, woo, Rawmen, let's go. Come on. Yippee. Save them. Bye. If you eat it before bed, you keep burning the calories in your sleep, and it's really, really good for you.
I heard something about that, right? Like, it's sort of like, it's also packed protein for
Dude,
being, like,
everyone in here is using their jawbreaker. Oh my god. What the fuck?
Dude.
It's just a bunch of invincible people. Oh my god, dude.
I got destroyed.